Development is often measured by economic growth, industrialization, and profit. But does development truly improve women's lives, or does it create new forms of inequality? Our report explores how modern development affects women and why it must be redefined. In the simplest form, this topic tells us that development is not always positive. The dominant Western model focuses on economic growth, profit, and accumulation. Nature is treated as a resource. Forests are valuable only if cut. Rivers are valuable only if used for power. Land is valuable only if it produces profit. Women are encouraged to participate in the system, but they rarely shape it. Institutions like the United Nations and the World Bank promote women's empowerment, but often within the same economic structure. The chapter suggests that development itself may be the problem.
Impact on women. Bear the cost of develop. When big industries more in, women are usually the first to suffer the negative consequences such as pollution or the destruction of local water sources. Exclusive from benefits. While progress might bring in new money or technologies, disadvantages are typically handed to men, leaving women with less power than they had before. Loss of lands and resources. Industrial expansion often seizes the public forests and fields that women historically relied on to rather to gather food, medicine, and fuel for their families. Increased work and poverty. As natural resources disappeared, women must spend much more time and physical energy traveling further to find basic like clean water and firewood. Nature and women treated as resources. Both the environment and women's labor are often viewed as free commodities to be used up and exploited by corporations rather than being respected as the foundation of life.
The three important references in this topic are: first, Vandana Shiva, an ecofeminist who argues that development exploits both women and nature. Second, the United Nations, which promoted women's participation during UN Decade for Women. Third, the World Bank, which funds development programs but often promotes growth-centered policies. The alternative presented in this chapter are the women culture and development approach. This approach emphasizes women as agents of change, sustainability, ecological care, shared prosperity. Development should not mean westernization, it should mean human flourishing.
In the Philippines, we can see this issue in mining and large-scale agricultural plantations. For example, mining operations in provinces like Surigao or Palawan often displaced indigenous communities. Women lose access to land, water, and livelihood. While companies profit, local communities face environmental damage and poverty. This reflects destructive development. Another example is the shift toward commercial farming over traditional farming. Many rural women farmers struggle because land is converted into export-oriented crops instead of food crops for local consumption. This increases food prices and reduces food security. Women still carry the responsibility of feeding families, yet they lack control over resources.
What solution can we propose? First, promote sustainability, agriculture, and support women farmers. Second, ensure women's participation in decision making not just on workers but a policymakers. Third, raise awareness about ecofeminism and community-based development. Development must prioritize sustainability, equality, community well-being, environmental protection through development is not just economic growth. It, it is human ecological flourishing. That's all. Thank you.